Bro, Hakari is so lucky. He was able to hit the jackpot because it was in probability changer mode. Also, it was pretty smart of Hakari to use his domain expansion and move above the ocean, because if Kashimo uses cursed energy, or like electricity when he's in the water, his cursed energy is going to keep draining until he runs out. At first I was like, wait, how was there chlorine gas in the ocean? I thought they only put chlorine in like swimming pools. But then I realized that the ocean is like salty, and salt is like sodium chloride, and with electrolysis I think, it can separate the two, forming like chlorine gas, which is very poisonous when breathed in. But I'm not entirely sure how electrolysis works though. But what happens to the sodium, because I remember in school we did like a sodium experiment. Well, it wasn't really an experiment. Our teacher was just like showing how it reacted when exposed in air and water. If I remember correctly, sodium is kind of reactive in the air, and even more reactive when exposed in water, which can cause an explosion. But for some reason it didn't explode. Maybe the sodium mixed with the water and create like sodium hydroxide or something. So it seems like if you're in the barrier of the culling game, cursed spirits are more prevalent, I would assume. Also, it looks like one of the fishes have wings, since Hakari and the fish are like flying. Or maybe the fish is like flapping its fins like so fast that it keeps them up in the air. Let's go! Pena's still alive, and smaller too. Wait, he kind of looks like the way he was during the flashback, or was like innate domain, where he was like small. Not gonna lie, I hope Pena stays small forever, because he looks so like adorable when he looks like that. Okay, so the steam explosion was caused when Kashimo released all of his cursed energy all at once, which caused the water to rapidly heat up, and when water gets rapidly heated up very quickly, it causes a steam explosion. Okay, so Hakari used a binding vow, where he sacrificed his left arm in exchange for like protecting the rest of his body. So pretty much the steam explosion pretty much did nothing, except break his arm off, or did Kashimo cut his arm off? I don't know. Also, how's Hakari gone to his domain expansion now since his arm is cut off? And he needs 2 hands for the hand seals to activate his domain expansion. I would assume he could do it if maybe someone holds his hand in the right place, or he probably could get someone to use the reverse curse technique on him to fix his arm or something. Not gonna lie, the ending to Hakari vs Kashimo was a bit anticlimactic, since nothing really happened at the end. Like, I can understand that Kashimo is saving his like curse technique for Sukuna, and Hakari doesn't want to kill him, or else he'd lose the 100 points that Kashimo has. I kinda wish that Hakari like punched Kashimo a few more times, or maybe even knocked him out. I feel like that would have been way better. I'm gonna assume when Maki and Noritoshi made those faces at the end, it was because they sensed an unknown curse, and the curse looked like some kind of centipede or like worm thing. I wonder if Maki and Noritoshi sensed it because of how strong it is. So it's probably like a special grade curse or something. Overall, pretty good chapter. Hakari's like the luckiest person ever, and they're still alive and adorable. Got to see Maki again, and there's still like an unknown curse.